What's going on YouTube? Sean here, and welcome to episode number 7 of my Death Note vlogs. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the episode known as Overcast. Okay, so I was very intrigued and excited to see where this episode goes from here, and I think this one is my personal favorite, and I was on the edge of my seat the entire time, wondering how the fuck Light was going to get himself out of this situation. He had to find some way to get this agent, who we previously had heard him say, like, her name was, like, Maki or whatever, and get her to reveal her name. But obviously that wasn't her name. That turned out to be a alias because she's intelligent. She's an FBI agent. She never gave him his full name. And he realizes this after he writes her name in the Death Note, and Ryuk's just laughing and cackling hysterically because he's tempting Light to use his abilities, but then again that would take away like half his his lifespan. So Light's kind of in a bit of a pickle where he has to kind of find his way to get out of the situation. But if he had the skills of the Shinigami, he could have utilized those and figured out her name and everything. But he's not going to do that. He wants to find his way out of the situation on his own. He feels like that would just be giving up. So he's not going to do that. He uses his intelligence. You're just constantly like, oh, how's he going to find a way out of this? And Ryuk's just laughing and cackling the whole time. Like, ha, this is amazing. You just keep digging holes for yourself and lying about the whole situation. Eventually he's able to pull out a name. And he lies to her, saying that he's part of the investigation team with L. And he's able to get a name out of her. Her name is Naomi Misora. And he was like, oh, I was pretending to work to L. And as soon as he takes effect, he tells her the truth. She's like, oh, why are you so this? And he's like, oh, the truth is because I'm Kira. And then he smiles at her and he smirks. And he's just like, oops, looks like the Death Note is in effect. You lose. And it's so evil, and like just in the nick of time, like there was another FBI agent that was another police officer who was walking by at that time as part of L's true investigation team, who just barely missed her. And he's just like, oh, I got my father's phone. Do you want to call him? And he's just a pure sociopath. He just barely escaped from this. I'm like, holy shit! Like, how did he just manage to walk away from this thing? But I was like, holy shit! Like, Light just barely got it. Obviously, we still got like 30 plus episodes, so I knew he was going to find a way around it, but like just using his intelligence, his lying skills, he just barely escaped, and then she was going to go and commit suicide in some form or another. Just like, there's a real tragedy to her story. She's like, her husband's just a good guy. Like, she was like, going to introduce, her fiance was a good guy. He was going to introduce him to her family. She was just a warning widow. She had nothing else to live for. She was ready to stop this, put an end to Kira, and then once and for all, but he just manipulated her, got her name, and then she found out the truth. And then she passes away. There's a real sadness and tragedy to this episode that I didn't really feel. You get a little bit choked up and emotional. Like, oh, this poor woman, this psychotic piece of shit known as Kira just barely just got past her. And I'm like, oh, that motherfucker. So, really dug this episode. I liked how L has like this own little... We also learn a bit about L's associate, Watani, who revealed his identity. And he's giving all these detectives all these sorts of special gadgets if they come into contact with Kira or if they're in some sort of trouble. And one of the police officers, who was Detective Shiuchi Izawa or whatever his name was the cop who just barely walked past and missed Ellen, the Naomi Misora's or whatever her name is. Just barely missed him. Like, if he would have been there a few seconds earlier and saw him, he could have noticed her and, like, talked about the whole situation. But, nope, just barely got her name and address and just got screwed over. So, like I said, I think this might be my personal favorite episode in terms of the stakes of it. There was a lot of suspense to it, and it really kept you on the edge of the seat, wondering exactly how the hell he was going to get out of this situation. And, of course, Light, being the evil, psychotic genius that he is, finds a way, and he manages to come away scot-free. So, yeah, overall impressions, great episode. Very much looking forward to see where we go in terms of episode 8. And, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. What do you all think of episode number 7 of Death Note? Do you like this one? Do you dislike it? Is it one of your favorites? Let me know in the comment section down below. Hit that bell for notifications. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And come back next time as we take a look at episode number 8, which is known as Glare. Very much looking forward to seeing this one. So, that's all I gotta say. Take care now. Bye-bye then. And I shall see you all next time on Death Note. Dun-dun-dun.